So check this out, guys. The fascinating thing about crypto is that right now the market cap of the entire cryptocurrency market is sitting at, just over $2 trillion. I think if you've been in this space long enough, if you've read enough literature, if you've watched enough videos, I'm talking financial videos, not just from the influencers, but I'm talking from the big finance guys, right? Guys from Wall Street and stuff like that. One thing you will agree on is the fact that the cryptocurrency market, it's not too far-fetched to see it reaching $10 trillion, $20 trillion, $30 trillion. It's just a matter of time. We've got real world assets coming into crypto. We've got DeFi coming into Bitcoin. We've got DePIN. We've got DeSci. There's just so much happening in the cryptocurrency space. But here is a fascinating thing. Crypto always rewards early movers. You have to be early on certain narratives, but not just be early, but be early and patient, because a lot of people have been early on Bitcoin, but we're not patient. I'm one of those people. A lot of people were early on, different cryptocurrencies, but we're not patient. So the cryptocurrency market it rewards people who are early and who are patient. So let me give an example. So sometime last year, I was talking to people and I was saying, Solana was even, I think it was less than $30 or something like that. And I was saying, guys, the cryptocurrency, Solana is a major player. The fundamentals for Solana are very, very strong. There's just so much happening behind the scenes. It's just that the price has not yet caught up with what is happening. And, and that was, sometime last year, and Ethereum was still, Solana was still very low. But if you look at it over the last few months, guess what's been happening? So much activity was taking place in the Solana network, right? Solana reached, I think it was $200 or close to $200, and there's just so much happening, meme coins, so many other projects taking place in the Solana network. And, I knew this was actually going to happen, okay? Now, guess what is happening right now? You always are going to have your, what they call crypto degens. These are guys who are, focusing on nothing else but crypto in the main. And these guys are studying crypto every day, 24/7, right? So your degens were there, they knew this was coming. And guess where your degens are actually focusing on? Right now, your degens are focusing on the Base network, which is a second layer that is built by Coinbase, okay? That is also it's actually doing well already, and it's actually going to do even much more well in the future. And it's only when FOMO, when it starts blowing up on on X, Twitter, when it starts blowing up on Twitter, on Telegram, and so forth, that people your ordinary people are actually going to come in, right? So, and that is all good and well, but you just need to find the good projects in that particular ecosystem. But here's what nobody's talking about. Here's how you know you're early on something. When you researching for content regarding a particular narrative, a particular move, and you can't really find it on YouTube, you can't really find it on you can't really find much education about it even on Twitter, you know that you're early, okay? And what I'm talking about is the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. Very few people are talking about this, and it's actually fascinating, because it tells me that I'm super early for this particular move. And one such place is actually Stacks. Stacks is, in my view, it's leading the pack when it comes to Bitcoin layer 2s who are bringing DeFi onto Bitcoin. Remember, Ethereum was created as a by the way, because whatever almost all the developers and co-founders of Ethereum were working on Bitcoin. But because there was no consensus on how we're gonna bring DeFi onto Bitcoin, guess what happened? They went and actually built Ethereum. But what happens when all the functionality that Ethereum has and all the problems that Ethereum has are solved on a second layer of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is actually becoming more scarcer and scarcer? Guess what's going to happen, guys? Even miners will actually support Bitcoin layer 2s, especially those that have got their transactions finality on the Bitcoin blockchain, right? Because right now the Bitcoin subsidy with the halving is actually going down, you know. So it's fascinating to me that very few people are talking about this. And in my inner circle, I've been talking about stacks right now. I think even before it was $1. I think it's now just over $3. It's been setting all-time highs, you know, in keeping up with Bitcoin. But I mean, right now we've got a Nakamoto upgrade that is coming up, you know, in this month of April. And it's, guys, it's fascinating what's going to be happening. And there's just so much happening within the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? And of course, my inner circle has, you know, has been given the alpha on this. We're talking about a lot of stuff that is happening in the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. You want to make sure that you book yourself a slot, get into the mentorship program. It's only $150 or 3,000 rands, you know, or any of the two, whatever works for you. And you know, we will do a 2 times one-on-one session. One is to cover the educational gaps. And the second one is to you know, implement a strategy on your personalized strategy on what you really want to do and what you want to accomplish. And then, you know, I will advise as best as I can as far as that is concerned. But one thing I will tell you is that our group is going to be one of the first groups, you know, not in the world, but it's going to be one of the first groups who are going to be early adopters of the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem, right? You know, we're going to catch some of these plays even in their pre-sale. It's going to be quite fascinating, guys. I think the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem is not only going to create millionaires, it's going to create billionaires. So yeah, if you're not yet in the mentorship, let's talk.